Welcome to the last day of the 30 days meditation challenge. And as I was thinking what to record, I said that I'm gonna start recording while I'm thinking what to record. And I'll see. I might do another video that is a bit more organized, structured, or maybe I'll just leave it at this. Because like part of me thought like, oh, last day, woo, it's gonna be like some big bang, um or that I should record something that is like, wow, I've learned so much, it was such a great idea. And well, actually, what came up is more that what's the point of this? And I was not proud or anything, or find it that it was like some life-changing thing, but in one way, that's definitely there. um which at the same time made me realize that the reason why I did this, or the reason why you do things, or people why we do things, matters. Why it matters is because if you done, for instance, like I started to think that I have this thing because of maybe good intention at the beginning, but then it became more about, oh, just record a video, you know, and it became less about, oh, do the work. And I realized that how we do things more, a lot of times for the image. I mean, all social media, everywhere, everything is great there, or you watch channels or whatever you do, everything is organized well, makes sense, and so on. And I get there are benefits there, but at the same time, I um I see that the better idea would be to just do something focused fully without having any or little focus on how things are perceived, what you put out there. It doesn't matter what I put out here, it doesn't matter. I made it believe that it matters, but ultimately I feel like it does not matter, because I would probably be better off just not talking about it and just doing the meditation properly, and then produce something like this challenge then. But I do feel like there's value of recording steps before having big realizations, because usually people, we even when the new product comes out or new service anywhere, there have been a lot of, mistakes before, a lot of times it didn't work, it failed, and we don't know. Most of the time we don't see that, we just see the final service product, which is much more polished, it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but in general, the idea is then it somehow works, or if not, it has to go again through a cycle. And I guess I decided to record this cycle thinking that it's like a final product, which I realized it's definitely not. I could do things so much better. I said it even from the beginning, I was like, no, the content is what matters, but how is this in some way just a guy talking about stuff? Of course, it's my experience, and I did said that I did it for the like a diary, like, and hold myself accountable. But I've noticed that I then focus too much on actually recording this, because I also have to kind of, if if you think this is not good video, you should see with the settings that I have, like when there's bad lighting, it's much worse, then it's audio, then I don't have this space is um my girlfriend uses it for her work, and there's the gap, where I can record, so I kind of have to like push myself a little bit to record at certain time, and I guess some people can do it, have a structure into it. I'd rather record when there are some when I'm in a good energy, because I feel like it transfers. um so now at the end of this challenge, well, it's obviously it's not the end, I said to myself, I'll continue, but I will not record regarding this anymore. Or if I'll record, I'll be anything, I'll be much more focused on maybe reporting after things have been realized, even if I'm not anymore in this energy. Because a lot of times now, say like, well, let's record how things are as they are now without a judgment. But then I'm seeing like, well, that's up to me. Watching this, maybe it's not as pleasant. I don't know if I would watch somebody else. I would have to be really like interested in that person. So if they're cool, I don't know, something, I don't know, maybe they're smart, they're good looking, something that gets me, or they're funny, they're interesting, something that gets you curious about it. But otherwise I would not probably watch it. Also think like, when watching this person, like people feel like they're getting more value when they're watching famous people, or somebody recognizable who did something, he made something out of this life, while this looks like I'm trying to make something out of it. So I'll definitely continue, like I said, not record, maybe record after, and I'll be more mindful to see that the reason why I'm doing it, there's some different flavor to it. That's really important. Um, and another thing that came up to me, it's connected to it, is like when you do something, when you decide to do something, I've seen that do it fully. I'm talking to myself when I say this as well, and okay, if you're listening, you hearing this, but do it fully, because I've seen like, okay, if you do the meditation fully, well, do it fully, and if you don't know how to do it fully, learn how to do it fully. Understand what it is, because the more you get into it, the more things will open up, and the more you'll be uh, um, well, starting to get into it and do it properly. Because a lot of times now when I was doing meditation, I was doing more like some sort of emotional work, then I was getting stuck, then I got lost of what am I actually doing, and there were so many lefts and rights, and do's and don'ts, and it's interesting to that, 'cause even now at the end of this 30 days, do I feel any different? In some way, yes. Like I said, I feel like all these practices that I've been doing, I'll continue doing it, but I will cut the wanting to report out of it, and to show it to the others, because this is secondary. It's secondary. Even like this, when I'm doing this recording, is secondary to what I'm actually doing. I think you should just, if you're doing something, focus, don't mind the distractions, and just go and do one thing fully. And then maybe after it's finished, you can report about it. I feel this would be a much better way to go about, then maybe you can more focus on the production, and making video like more appealing, and maybe like having things appear on the screen, showing you some sort of video clips where the words are repeating what I'm saying, or that when there's some animation, because your brain, you know thinks through pictures, images, a lot. So it would be beneficial, because I feel like that will still not be manipulating, um, people's perception, but more like having them to understand better what you're trying to say, and putting some structure to it. It's also more okay, fair enough, animated for the brain, so I think it's not as good, to because you lose focus. Okay, fly appearing in the video. But nevertheless, I think I finished my point what I said. So yeah, I must say that the abundance, the wealth, the finances, as I'm becoming more aware, they're kind of like, I'm not saying ultimately resolved, but kind of resolving, have been resolving while I was doing this. I was doing also some other things, and health has improved, you know, after a long time. So actually, yeah, these are quite benefits. Maybe they are smaller in some way, but now when I think about it, they're quite big. This movement that I start to notice. So there are pluses that maybe kind of ignored. Definitely there. Definitely don't regret doing the meditations itself. The recordings, maybe I care less. What I actually learned. I care less about it. Because they don't matter so much as the what you actually do. To be honest, I don't even know why I've done it, but nevertheless, it's here, produced report. Maybe I can watch myself, what I've been up to. So, but I think it's kind of it is. Sorry to say to add this that it is kind of. I did want to like have my own brand, you know. So I guess you have to put your face there. And I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I think it's useful because people relate to more the faces than the businesses. But I guess together, I am more interested into this. Having because I do believe I have some values that I like, and I know that I like to do business with people that I like, that they have certain values that I have. Like even like things like honesty and trustworthiness and not abusing the power. I've seen like there's so much power abuse going on in the world. I It reminds me actually when we are with the girlfriend we are recording what was it, some photo shooting, yeah, for we're doing some business with some dresses. And all the people that were there, they were saying, wow, you're so much nicer, because we asked them, oh, what do you want? We care like what do you eat, when do you want to break now? I don't know, for me felt really well when I actually care about all the people that were a part of the business. And I think a lot of people or businesses, they lose track what matters, the relationships, between people, and that treating each other nicely. It's pleasant to do business together. It's not even business then, it's kind of fun. And I like that. And I've seen a lot of people are too focused on the getting the most out of their employees, paying them little. And I feel we also pay well, and we make it worthwhile when we are doing things. And I miss this in businesses, that they genuinely care. So I care because if people feel good, I feel good. Not to say that I'm like that dependent on it, because I'm aware of this pattern, but we are all connected at the end. And if you see that your product or service has helped somebody, and then to say this feedback and the gratitude, it's such a great thing to see. So I would want to like introduce this into a business, that would be um under my brand, or and get some good values into the also business culture. But I see I'm starting to talk about more like about this aspect of it. But anyway, these things came up when I was doing meditation. And I might record something regarding that as well. I think I was already saying. But for now, my plan is to continue doing these things, get off recording. Maybe I'll learn something else regarding this. Maybe meet some people who will, give me some tips around all these things. But I'll be focusing on what matters to me. So raising the awareness. I'm already doing some things, reading some book, doing some exercises that are very beneficial, awareness gaining. And yeah, maybe I'll share them at some point later on. But for now, this was it. This challenge has definitely opened up more ideas where to go into the future. That I feel good because I was kind of like not really felt like bothered about things. But as you correct your health, you move your energy, you work on some deep issues, new things come. Imagine that, and new motivations, which I was kind of looking for. So I hope if you're watching this, that something came up for you. I'm sure it have, if you've done it properly, things have been coming up. I'm curious what they were, how, if you've been doing the meditations, what is your experience? How has your life changed? If it has, what are you missing? What do you want more? Um, Also, if you have some questions, or if you have some suggestions from what you would want from me, if you do, write your comments down, and I'll be happy to read all and answer all of them. Obviously, there's not much going on now, and if it won't be anything going on, I think I'll probably still pursue things. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how things go. But it's new experience, so it's been fun messing around here. So yeah, that's it for now. And enjoy enjoy your day, and hope you got something out of this, uh same as I did. So take care.